Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuning into the very best. It's yours truly, Jazzy Fizzle, Fizzle, Fizzle. And this is In-State Radio, man. Tune in, baby. Oh, boy.
What's going on, people? This is Nspired Talk with your boy Legend in the building. Miss Annette, how are you? She is never ready.
I know. I was over here rambling, right?
I know, right? How you feel, babe?
I am absolutely tired.
Tired?
Yes.
Well, that's not
I
shocking.
didn't get home until 3 a.m. We had the award show last night, and it was
I know.
It was amazing.
Yeah, Instinct Radio brought the award home last night, and ladies and gentlemen, I am accepting an award tonight on behalf of the number one hottest station, Instinct Radio. Make sure you call in 478-569-6474. Once again, that number is 478-569-6474. Call in. We have the celebrity of them all in the building. I mean, actor, film producer. I'm talking about preacher. I'll tell y'all all about that, what I know. But real talk, we have Mr. Damoine Kinney in the building. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm tired, but I'm good.
Now, let me tell y'all why he tired. Well, better yet, I'm going to let you tell him why you're tired.
Well, I just got back from Colorado Springs, and the altitude had me messed up. I had a comedy show there, so I go out and perform, and they didn't tell me until it was time to go on stage. I was like, hey, man, we'll really be able to tell if you're good if you can breathe through the whole show. I'm like, what do you mean? They were like, yeah, all the entertainers hate coming here because you can't breathe like when you get halfway through your show. I'm like, so you brought me out here to kill me? So I do half the show, man, and they were right. Like, it was hard to breathe. I'm like, this is really crazy.
Ladies and gentlemen, he just did a comedy show for Donald Trump.
Oh, no. Definitely not.
He making sure everybody died. He bombing everybody.
Man, you ain't heard from Chrisette Michelle since she performed for him. It's terrible.
Oh, this is going to be a show tonight.
Yeah.
Give me my red box because I'm going to act a fool tonight. We're not talking about parenthood tonight, so I can talk the shit I want to motherfucking talk tonight. I'm just tired. But tonight we're actually talking about actors from Atlanta to L.A. And because you're originally from
Dillon, South Carolina, small town.
Yeah, we know that's small.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever heard of Dillon?
They heard the south of the border.
Well, of course you done heard about it, Nate. You from a small town next door. the Eagles and all that. Man.
Yeah, I'm a North Carolina girl. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
So she know about the next door countries.
Say it's glad to be back in America when you come to Atlanta, right?
Man, you think this America, man?
Yeah, man, this is awesome here.
See, I don't know about awesome because they got me scared of hell right now. Bridge falling, burning down, highways bulking up. I'm just waiting to see Stone Mountain become a volcano. I ain't gonna lie.
Y'all got crackheads burning bridges down and selling bridge parts in the backyard.
No, let me defend this man because they actually let the man out of jail. So welcome back to your freedom of. Do I want to say the word homeless? I mean, I don't know what the benefit that he reaped from it, but they let him out for $10,000. He should not be paying anything.
Where he get the money? They must have sold them bridge parts for $10,000.
Well, it originally was $50,000, and I'm like, how you gonna charge this man? It's not his fault. Y'all the one put the stuff underneath the bridge.
His crack pipe got too hot. He dropped it.
I mean. I'm not even going to get on that subject because y'all know how I feel about this mayor and this governor. Man, I wish they was under it. But real talk, man, it's a pleasure to have you on
I'm glad
set
to be here, man.
Because let me tell y'all how I met this guy. Because it was one cold afternoon, a night that I'm like, I am dumb as hell for doing this. But no, we actually supported the Homeless for a Night challenge.
Yeah.
And what happened was, I mean, he just walked around like he was just a regular average guy. But then next thing you know, this man started having church. Now, I would honestly say it was so many people that did remarks and did all this talking as though they just were so connected to God, and I'm like, bullshit. you just trying to get Facebook Live.
Man, they were.
That's all they was doing, get Facebook Live, and then they was gone.
Yeah.
Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
But you actually
Drop the mic
stayed.
and walk, though.
You actually stayed outside with us.
Yeah.
Playing cards,
Yeah.
praying us up and praying us down,
Yep.
and wrapped up in a blanket like everybody.
Yep. It was cold too.
Man, now it was one homeless guy. I appreciated him so much. Cornbread. 'Cause
Yeah.
Cornbread got up there and said, "Okay, it's only 9 o'clock. We love y'all out here, but wait till 3 o'clock." And being the fool that I am, I'm like, okay, let me check my clock here. Let me watch the time. Man, it was actually a nice night.
Yeah.
But 2:59 hit. That wind hit us so hard, everybody wanted to run.
Even the homeless people were going to find their family. Like, hey, let me in tonight. I can't take this. It's terrible.
Now, I promise you, I don't think I'll ever do that again.
He said that's my one and only.
It seems interesting, though.
I mean, my skin and bones, you know how that wind was
He said
kicking me.
skin and bone.
Skin and bone, man. It was just going through. Like, oh, Lord have mercy. I feel it in my soul. I mean, honestly, 2:59, I'm like, okay, it's 2:59. We good. That 3 o'clock hit is just there. Poof! Ooh, jeez. I promise you, we look like we was at the Civil Rights Movement. Everybody coming together. But anyway, but you actually was very humble to be out there, no matter who you claim to be or who are you to your community.
Yeah.
But what I do appreciate about you, sincerely sought God and you prayed over their lives. Mm-hmm. And if I remember right, there was a group of young men that you gravitated to.
Yeah.
And you started motivating them. Mm-hmm. I know you're not from Atlanta.
Right.
Let me tell you. See, we're talking about comparing Atlanta to to LA. Mm-hmm. And it's rare that we find a lot of entertainers that is humble. Mm-hmm. Now, maybe in LA, you'll be humble. Because I'll tell y'all what I feel LA have more humble than Atlanta.
Yeah.
But you had such a sincere humbleness in ministry, in fellowship, as brotherhood. Mm-hmm. What caused you to have what gives you that motivation to stay in that limelight?
That's an interesting question. And I got to say this. Ever since I was 6 years old, I knew what I wanted to do. My dad died when I was 6 too. And it was like God was like giving me this vision. And it's crazy because even after joining the military, I joined the military, stayed in the Air Force for 12 years. I was special operations. And going through all of those life-changing experiences, deployments, and all that kind of stuff, it helped me to realize that life was not about me. It was something bigger than me, that I was serving. So I always tell people this. Once you discover your purpose and you start pursuing that purpose with passion, you will be humble because life will humble you. Bishop Jakes, that's my pastor, and one of the things he always says is one of the things that he always says is life will humble you and life will cause you to shut your mouth. And that's the truth. I mean, that's why I'm so humble as a pastor. I'm so humble as an actor, as a comedian, as a musician, because I realize it's not about me. Every time I go out, God is sending me on assignment to somebody, and I don't know who they are. I don't know what they went through. So I'm just going to be a blessing to people. That's all.
No, I have to ask you this because we do have that also in common. Uh-huh. For those who really don't know, I'm not even going to say that, but yeah, I'm actually in the ministry as well. Used to be. I took myself out. But it's sad when you want to come out of the ministry.
He said, I quit.
Y'all
had this church.
But no, I mean, I just believe that the church is set for us to worship, fellowship, and be trained. Uh-huh. But your ministry is always outside of the vineyard. Right. That's right. But what I also remember is we are both veterans. Yeah. So in my mind, when you say a veteran mm-hmm. and finding your purpose, mm-hmm. in my mind, you just made me want to just motivate everybody. Please go into the military to find your purpose because all y'all not called to act.
I'm telling you.
Please, you're not called to write. You ain't called to produce. You ain't. Lord have mercy if I go to one more fashion show. Please. Man, I promise you, everybody here in Atlanta, and I can only say Atlanta, it seemed like if I see you do something, mm-hmm. everybody else has to do it right behind because I can do it better.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm in elementary school, Punchinella.
Man.
Look who's here, you know? But it's like we are, especially as a black Mecca.
Yeah.
Atlanta as a black Mecca, they're just bringing a Hollywood to us.
Yeah.
Where me personally, being a native from Atlanta, we don't need y'all Hollywood. We built our own.
Right.
We had Atlanta wood. We had Nollywood. We had all these woods.
Yeah.
I was like, what happened to them?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Now it's all these other brands of Hollywood.
That's right.
But in your mind frame, would you? Have you performed in L.A. or done anything in L.A.
I've
yet?
done a lot in L.A. I used to work a couple comedy clubs in L.A. I've traveled out trying to, get on the scene as an actor and all that stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Richard Pryor in the building.
Yeah, I mean, I can just say this, man. It's a totally different environment. Excuse me, in L.A. As well as here in Atlanta. I mean, I'm from South Carolina, so as this little young country guy who wanted to be this actor and comedian and saxophonist and stuff, as I've traveled, what I've noticed is here, because this is like the new Black Hollywood is what they're calling it here. I see a lot of it's a saturated market. Let's say that first. It's very saturated here, and everybody's coming here to try to get on. The problem I see is people come here not knowing who they are. And so they end up doing like you just said. They see somebody doing something and they're like, oh man, that seems pretty cool right there. Knowing that's not their calling, because I believe this. And
For
people,
many are called, but few are chosen.
That's right. and a lot of people might disagree with this, but I believe that when you're 5, 6, 7, and 8 years old, you already see somewhat of a vision of what you want to become. But where people get lost is they allow either their family members or friends or whatever, they might see something on TV and they're like, oh, well, that's cool over there too, so I'm gonna try that. And it's like, no, perfect what it is that you're supposed to be doing first. And if you're called to do something else, then move forward with that. But for me, music was my first thing. I was an organist at church. I played the organ. I traveled with my pastor, Bishop Levester Williams. I traveled with him for years. And so music was my first thing. And in acting, I did a lot of skits in church and all that kind of stuff. So people thought, okay, well, Damoine is on and he just got on, as an adult. No, I've been hustling at this stuff for a long time. And I'm sure you have as well. So, I mean, people don't understand. It takes years to develop what it is that we do, and in order to get this sort of platform. So, I mean,
one thing I would say to a lot of people who trying to get into the industry is, for us, there's an investment we have to take.
That's right.
And in that investment, there's a sacrifice.
Oh, yeah.
And what I'm learning here in Atlanta is too many people are not willing to take the sacrifice.
That's right.
But they want it. But in LA, those individuals, you could tell they want it because these people they don't come and just go into LA and say, oh, I'm an actor. Yeah. They're a waiter, a waitress. Yep. They are doing side jobs just to say, who are you? They're actually working to say, let me learn how to be a waiter so I could be an extra as a waiter.
That's right.
They're actually doing jobs to learn how to perfect their craft.
That's right. That's right.
Here in Atlanta, I'm just going to be on the pole and become a reality show. Please don't think I'm knocking any person or reality shows, but for anybody who studied the arts, we understand that the reality shows came from the actors going on strike.
That's right.
And going on strike, they said, oh, we could take anybody and make them into a star and do what we want them to do.
That's right.
And there and behold, a black Mecca got reality shows.
That's right.
And no awards for nothing.
Nothing. Not known for nothing.
They get on BET and they achieved.
That's right.
But I'm not knocking BET. We don't own it either. But still, do we own anything?
We got to do better with that too. We got to do a whole lot better with that, owning things instead of stepping into a spot, renting the space, and then saying we own that. If you rent it, that's not yours.
There's no owning.
That's right.
You're renting.
Yeah.
They can sign you and kick you out in 30 days.
Exactly right.
Or they will allow you to stay for 60 days because they really like you.
Yeah.
Whew. Mention of that, ladies and gentlemen, Nspired Images. We are renting into a new office space in Tucker, Georgia. So we are having our own little office space. I'm going to go fix it up and make it real nice. Welcome. even though I probably have like 2 of y'all to come visit, but hey, but real talk, because as for me, I'm just a writer, director, and producer. But a lot of people don't understand. Like you said, in military, you found your purpose.
That's right.
And for me, that's where I found my purpose.
Yeah.
Because I dealt with a lot of racism in the military.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do y'all not know? Like, dang.
Yeah.
I thought we was on the same war team here, but it's a lot of racism.
Yeah.
And for me, everybody in my division, I had to deal with people stating that I'm not from the hood because I don't talk hood. I don't. Well, if you understood, I studied art, so therefore we had to talk proper. We had to, you can't just, hey, I'm an actor. Who? An actor. Who?
Right.
You had to know, because if I hear one more female say she's an actor,
Yeah.
Heifer, you are an actress.
Actress. That's right. That's right.
Come on, people, work with us here.
That's right.
But the thing is, in order to get into the LA field, though, you have to know your terminology.
That's right.
Am I right?
That's right. Exactly right.
Because, see, he got me feeling like I'm in church here talking about that's right.
Hey, listen, I'm agreeing. I'm going to tell you why I'm agreeing, because like I teach a class now myself, and what I tell everybody is you have to become a student of this industry. A lot of folks want to get into it. They look at me now, because you wouldn't believe like where I was raised, for real. A lot of people are like, oh man, you was raised in the heart of the hood, but you done changed
raised in
on
the country, man.
And look, I'm
That's
telling you, it's country hood. Let me tell you. So
What the hell is a country hood?
hey, look it up. I promise you, highest murder rate in the state of South Carolina. I promise you, Dillon, Dillon.
It's only 5 of y'all that live there.
Oh no. Oh,
wait a minute. Let me see.
Let me tell you though. Where I'm from, a lot of folks do not believe that I came from there because they see I'm all cleaned up and stuff now. I went through the military, all of that. Oh, you aren't raised in the hood. Listen, man, I'm going to tell you. The same place I was raised in, my mom still lives there today, okay? And let me just inform you, I was not raised like the way I am right now. I wasn't raised like this, okay? But what happened for me is I was a student of this industry. I'll never forget, and I always share this story everywhere I go. I'll never forget being that 6-year-old child, and my mom used to watch a show called Knots Landing. Okay?
This is old school right here.
Old school.
This is old school.
18, well, matter of fact, 25 and under, you probably don't know what Knots Landing
MacGyver.
is. But MacGyver, you know what I'm saying? The real one, not this stuff that's on now, you know what I mean? Back then, he used bubble gum to break into stuff. You know what I mean? So check this out.
TV would teach you how to do some
It would
stuff.
teach you how to do some stuff. Man, I was breaking in it. I ain't gonna tell you what I was breaking into, but yeah. So
We're gonna have to talk about this now. We want to go a little
that's
deeper.
before I got saved, y'all. All right. So Knots Landing used to come on, man. I'll never forget that. And I remember that helicopter shot, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? As soon as the show came with that helicopter shot, I was like, oh man. And I didn't know what it was about that shot that really just drew my mind in. And what happened, man, was that moment of seeing that show, it was like I had an epiphany. I was 6. And I knew, like, whatever that is to make that happen, I want to be able to do that. So I was already pretty much knowing, like, okay, that's what I want to do. Now, I tried a whole bunch of other stuff. I tried all the different, I worked at KFC. I cooked chicken. All right. I used to work at Pizza Hut. Matter of fact, I worked Pizza Hut twice. So I had a lot of jobs that helped me to realize this ain't you, son. This ain't your thing right here.
Dog, you know how to make that sauce?
Bro, I can get that sauce.
All right, I need the sauce.
I can get that sauce.
Cause that $12.99 keep. I don't cook at home. Pizza Hut is my best friend. I need the sauce.
I feel you, bro. Hey, look, I ain't gonna lie. I had them back then with the 11 herbs and spices from KFC. I don't know how many they got now.
Well, see, what happened for me is I stopped eating KFC and churches at the age 13 because when I learned about the history of them,
history of KFC. Look, I heard that his black chicken's still good. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, but you better know what you're eating.
Hey, I know. Look, to be honest, man, I love Popeyes, man.
This is my new brother.
Popeye chicken with them honey. Put some honey on that biscuit. Oh,
boy,
you with me? Look, man, I had me some today. I'm clothes probably smelling like it, but we're going to go ahead with the show.
See. I'm over here starving.
Bruh,
Ned been here all day. Now she thinking about chicken. And he over talking about chicken. Man, you don't talk about chicken around black folk, man.
Well, I'm trying to tell you we're good, so I ate enough for all of us.
I can't even lie because, man, I be around. One thing I also learned about in military, we have to learn how to be diverse, especially in this industry.
That's right.
You have to know diversity. So therefore, it's not a black Hollywood or white Hollywood. We are entertainers, so therefore it's Hollywood.
That's right.
Would y'all please come out of this racist shit? I mean, stuff. I forgot he's a pastor, and I don't see my red box.
Look, man, I'm gonna tell you this. This is one thing I'll tell you this real fast because you just said what you said about the cussing thing. This is my thing, man. I would rather people be who they are around me. I don't want nobody to be fake around me. Just be who you are. That way I know how to handle you. I tell everybody that. You know what I mean?
Y'all better tell him to go look at these past shows. You don't want that.
I'm praying for him right now, y'all. I promise. I'm praying.
You know, my grandma said the same thing, and
Really?
she died still praying. It
So
still
she
ain't
died
working.
speaking in tongues.
Shut the help him, shut up. Oh, bitch. Damn. You know, it didn't work. I tried.
Where you going, y'all? Where did you call his grandma?
No, man, I have to tell people, because people don't understand. My grandmother is totally opposite to anybody else's grandmother. Because honestly, I have to give kudos to my grandmother because she's the one who really pushed me into the arts. She said, you had a gift, go for it.
Yeah.
When everybody else in the family said, boy, go work in the medical, go be a preacher. Because everybody in my family is like medical and pastors and stuff. That's why I don't want to be neither one.
I hear you.
Leave me the hell alone. But my grandmother, she's the one who pushed me into this industry. But what I loved about her was she would teach me the opposite of what everybody else was taught.
Yeah.
Turn the other cheek. When you turn the other cheek, turn all the way around and knock the hell out of them. Surprise them. Do a 360. If somebody hit you, you hit their ass back.
Yeah, well, look, my mama would say it to the bone too, and that's what she told me. Don't let nobody just hit up on you, baby.
But see, this is what my grandma showed me though. It's not what she told me, it's what she showed me. She was getting ready to whoop my behind. And she said, you gonna stand here and let me whoop you? You know? She said, if you don't swing back, baby, me and my grandma fought every day. We fought.
You got a thorough grandma. You better hit me back. You hear me? You better hit me back.
But the thing is, what I appreciated about her was she always taught me to not listen to what man say, but listen to God say. And therefore, I always take in what God say. Yeah. If God say knock the hell out of him, I'm knocking the hell out you. But if he order my steps, I'm going to be humble and I'm just going to walk away.
I got you.
But truth of the matter, my grandma, her identity of who she was embellished who I am today. Because I didn't have my whole family, like I said, ministry and all that other stuff. Entertainment, I am the only fool. I'm the only fool in the entertainment field for my family. But yet everybody in my family has a gift of the arts.
Yeah.
I mean, artists, music producer, pianist.
Yeah.
I mean, my grandma was self-taught, but I'm like, did anybody walk in their gifts?
Valid question.
Did you walk in your gifts?
Yeah.
And I understand a lot of people, they go to school for the arts. But still, again, because you went to school does not qualify you to being an artist.
That's right. That's right.
You have to be born with this stuff.
That's right. And let me say this, man. I think it's interesting that you just even mentioned that because you have a lot of jealousy in families because of people that choose to walk in their calling and those that choose to not walk in their calling.
Man, we better have a church.
And I can tell you this, and I can honestly tell you this, God does not do more for me than he'll do for you or my family or my friends. He gave us all the measure of faith that we need to be able to do whatever it is that he called for us to do. But the biggest problem we have is because people don't learn how to tap into their gift, they want to look at you and say, oh, you done forgot where you came from because they haven't learned how to tap into theirs. Now, it took adversity. It took all kinds of hell in my life before I finally tapped into my gift. Because, I mean, yeah, I knew what I wanted to do when I was 6, but I didn't know how to pursue that thing. But I had to go and get myself in quote-unquote trouble to find out, okay, how do I function? How do I flow in this thing? And the trouble I got into was getting into comedy clubs and having people say stuff to me, and I'm like, how do I respond to that? I don't know what to say. getting into the acting world and not really knowing all the terminology. So that forced me to go and study more. So that's when I learned how to be this actor that I am today. I learned how to be this comedian I am today, this musician. And everything else that I do, I've learned that by going out and stepping out on faith and getting myself in trouble, and then God having to say, all right, this is how you do this now. This is how you function. This is how you flow. Talk to this person. Talk to that person. Network. That's the other problem we have. We don't want to talk to nobody, but we want to be the greatest, but you don't want to network. You can't make it by yourself.
Okay, I'm in trouble on that one because I hate networking. I can't stand it. I hate it with a passion.
But guess what? If you pay attention, though, you don't really dislike networking, because we end up meeting on a night that we weren't trying to like. Okay, let me say this. Most of the times when you end up meeting the right people, it's not when you're pursuing that area of work.
Exactly.
And that's how we met. It was a divine appointment.
Now, this is what I said between you and I, is because actually I didn't even know you was an actor that night.
Yeah.
But what happened for us, it was our spirit connected.
Yep.
Because when you start praying, I automatically said, let me become an armor bearer.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I had to learn in the ministry.
Yeah.
Because in the ministry, we may have a high title.
Yeah.
But sometimes our title requires us to come back down
That's
and protect
right.
the next person,
That's
to
right.
bring them up,
That's
to
right.
uplift them. Because you don't have a 24-hour relationship
That's
with
right.
him. So therefore, if I'm not connected and he just say go down to uplift this one because I'm using that one, then that's what the role of ministry is. But if you think you're a 24/7 preacher, then you need to go ahead and put on.
and let me
Hang up, nigga.
And that's
hang up, nigga.
And that's even more interesting as well, because people don't know how I met Bishop Jakes. I met Bishop Jakes. Now, I was already in ministry, okay? Already considered this elder and all this stuff. And all the other elders walk around puffed up. You know, they puffed up with their chests out and everything, like everybody's there to see them. And I ended up working security this particular night. So I'm working security in the
What the
parking
hell
lot.
this man don't do?
Listen, whatever they needed me to do, I was willing to do. And that's the problem that you have a lot of people that they don't do. If somebody needs you to do something, they won't humble themselves and go out and work that position. Like, for instance, if I was here and you had said, hey, bro, we got a problem with some of the microphones. I don't know how to work them. Can you come and help me? Yes. I know I'm here for an interview, but if you need help with something, I'm going to come and help you with that area that you need help with. If you need the floor swept, I'll come and help sweep the floor. I know I'm an actor. I know people look at me in a certain type of way, but you have to learn to humble yourself as an individual and do what needs to be done and stop looking at yourself on this pedestal. That's the problem we have in the world today.
Now, I will say this, because we're going to go to a break after this, because I want to know some projects that you're getting ready to be involved with.
Okay.
Because I know you got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Film producer, everything. But if you got any questions, 478-569-6474. But real talk, man, I'm loving this conversation already. But in the outlet for this whole ordeal of entertainment here in Atlanta, would you really call it a Hollywood?
Not really.
We're going to come back on that note right there to see why he don't feel Atlanta is not a real Hollywood. We'll be right back.
The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio. The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.
What's going on, people? This is Nspired Talk with your boy Legend in the ATL Atlanta. And we're talking about actors in Hollywood of Atlanta versus LA. And of course, we have the one and only Mr. Kinney in the building, actor, film producer, security, pastor, preacher. I mean, it's a difference between pastor and preacher. comedian. If y'all need a travel agent, this is the man to go to. If you
Holla
need a
at me.
janitor,
Holla at me.
if you need a sound guy, a saxophonist, I mean, man. But
Making it happen.
one thing I would say, man, in order to be an actor, you have to know all your gifts in
That's right.
doing it.
That's right.
You have to know all your gifts.
Mm-hmm.
But the question is Atlanta really a Hollywood?
No, I dislike the fact that people are calling it that now. And there's a few reasons why. I came out here to Atlanta before a lot of this boom stuff started. And it was my dream to live in Atlanta since I was a kid, 5, 6, 7 years old, because I followed the Falcons when Jamal Anderson played. You know, all of that. David Justice was here. I was a fan.
Yeah, when the Braves were black.
That's right.
Teddy Pennington, Odin Nixon.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
But
get excited to talk about old Atlanta.
But the thing is, a lot of people are calling it Hollywood now. I don't believe that because Atlanta has branded itself as Atlanta. Hollywood is where it is. I believe that the sense of community that used to be here is not really here anymore because, I mean, so many people are coming in and calling it what they want. All I can say is my friends, people that I've come in contact with, I even have a friend, Sean Larkins, he's a comedian as well, and he moved here from Detroit, and he could tell a huge difference in Atlanta versus ATL/Hollywood. And, you know, it's just so much that has come here that has tried to redefine the Atlanta that we all know.
Man, if I tell you, I'm so confused here in Atlanta, I don't even know
Yeah.
what the... I mean, I'm used to 404.
Yeah.
Not 404, 404. Then here comes 770. Then where did 678 come from?
Yeah.
Now we got 470 and like dang,
Yep. It's crazy.
we have more area codes than we have highways.
Yep.
No offense, Cassine. But can we play at the light bill on the highway because they look kind of dark on the highway, people? Have you ever just
So
drove
you
it?
better turn your bright lights on.
Why I gotta waste my battery? Gotta waste my battery because the city can't afford the light bill. I'm just saying,
They
stop
busy trying to repair bridges around here, you know.
man. That's what I don't understand because back in Atlanta, we didn't build houses, apartments, or condos.
Yeah.
We built jobs.
Yeah.
And therefore, we built our own Hollywood.
Yeah.
I forgot the guy's name, but he started the Atlanta Wood. We had the Atlanta Wood. We didn't support it.
Yeah.
We created, became a Nollywood. We didn't support it. But as soon as somebody said, oh, Hollywood is here.
Oh, yeah.
We're,
Everybody on
well,
board. Everybody on board. Yep.
but the thing is, I haven't yet to, I don't know, Ned, you may want to get in on this because you know, Ned be researching. I promise she'll research and do any of the Atlanta projects that Hollywood credentials, have they won any awards
Look that up for sure.
other than the BET?
You look that up for
Or the
sure.
NAACP.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
They-
Because I know, I mean, you had like Hidden Figures. That you had a few, few folks that actually won a few awards. They filmed a lot of that here. But as far
Was
as
it
like
Atlanta
the
or Savannah?
whole project, well, I mean,
Yeah, it's a difference now.
yeah,
I'm saying Atlanta because really, honestly, I'm not trying to knock the Hollywood, the quote unquote Hollywood here.
Yeah.
I hope it does enhance, but I hope it bring us together finally.
Yeah.
Because we're so segregated in our own community.
Well, let me say this too. One of the things that I think is happening too is a lot of the actors here in Atlanta, they're noticing that the workers are still coming from LA. Because most of the main roles are being booked, by agencies in LA. So that's what's causing some division too here in the area.
See, he's really trying to make me mad He really trying to make me go in. Yeah, he's trying to make me go in. But go ahead. I'm gonna come on that one
because see that brings about division, because when you think that you're gonna have an opportunity to get a bigger role because everything is gonna be based in your town, which it should be that way. You would think it would be that way, but they're booking it out of L.A. Because I mean I've worked on Star. I just did Star. Matter of fact, I was in the third episode of Star, and then I did Sleepy Hollow here and the originals here, and I realized, whoa, these guys are from LA that's booking these main roles. And I was kind of wondering, like, okay, why aren't they booking more? Because they book a lot of Atlanta talent, but as far as you getting like the main spots, oh no.
Now let me go in, because let me go in. I don't like to go in. Yes, I do.
Yes, he does.
But real talk is, like I said, we've attempted to build our own Hollywood here. We actually have a guy, Mr. Bobby People, who has TPN1. My question is, why are we allowing, and I'm talking to the leadership in Atlanta, why are you going and allowing these individuals to come to California and say, now we qualify as Hollywood, when you had individuals here that you could have put their funding in and allowed them to grow and build a Hollywood here? So I don't believe it's the actors or the producers. I believe it's the leadership that's giving, because at one point we could have filmed in the Capitol for $5,000. But now it's $25,000 since they came.
That's right.
And therefore it's still not a deductible because we're originally from Atlanta. Like, y'all just moved here and we got to pay the same price you? Take your ass back where you come from. I don't have no $25,000. I would barely get $5,000. But here in Atlanta, it's like, our leadership is not respecting those who are originally from Atlanta, or the ones who have been here in Atlanta, but still, it's the people of our community that we're supporting it by trying to be involved with it, versus being involved with those who are actually doing and not trying to be their competitors. Because I think there's a lot of dynamic writers, myself. I mean, film producers. I mean, we could do our own selves, but our leadership is not granting us the funding. So that's why I say it's not really the actors or the producers. It's our leadership not giving the money where it should be.
People don't understand that in the film industry, it goes beyond us. You know, it goes way beyond us. There's a lot of deals that are made that we'll never hear about. There's stuff that happens behind the scenes that we'll never know.
Like getting permits to film.
But
everybody want to do the guerrilla shoot. Come on, people. Save yourself the headache. Get your permits. Go film your shit. Get the permits.
I tell everybody that first. Get all the legal paperwork that you need so that you're not getting fined all of this money and your project will never make it on the screen. Because, I mean, even for myself, you know, filming, you know, television projects, you have to make sure you got all your paperwork in line. You know, like, I'm a producer. I have to have my producer's Bible in line, and I have to have all my locations down, my letters of intent. I got to have all of that stuff squared away so that I'm not getting in trouble later on. So it's a lot that goes into it. But, you know, again, a lot of people, they see all these successful projects. Oh, I want to do that, but they don't know what it takes to be able to do what it is that you do. So
a lot of doggone money.
A
lot
of money.
A lot of money. A lot of money. That's why I'm broke. That's why I'm broke as hell.
That's why I'm out here telling jokes on the weekend.
That's why I'm doing graphics 24/7,
doing everything.
But you have to have that side hustle in order to be in this industry. You don't just say, oh, I feel like being an actor today.
Listen, I got a homeboy named Tom Scott. He's here in Atlanta, and Tom says this. He says you always have to have a flexible hustle. And that is so true. If you don't have a flexible, like for me, people don't know, I still work full-time as well. I own businesses, but I still work full-time as a quality assurance manager for a company over in Smyrna. So I do what I have to do to be able to get my projects filmed. So, and funded. Because, I mean, people think that you just can film a movie for free. Oh, no, you don't film anything for free. You know, you can't go on, now you can't even tell jokes for free. You got to pay your dues. A lot of people think that's just, going out on the road and just, doing and just write. No, you got to actually pay your dues. Folks don't even understand on the radio. You have to pay to play. Folks don't know that. They think I'm going to just show up to the station with my CD or my MP3 now, and I'm going to just get it played. Nah, bro.
I promise you, I'm not telling him to say this. But, yeah, we pay.
Pay to play, y'all.
Yeah. But let me ask you this, because we ran out of time. But what makes you a qualified actor? What projects are you in?
Well, I've done Star. I've done Sleepy Hollow. I was in the Avengers, the first one, as a SHIELD agent. I've done multiple stage plays. I'm actually working on a play right now. I'm not acting in it, but I'm actually the director of media for Scandalous Hair, which is a stage play that's being presented by Mr. Tony Fain. Has a lot of great celebrities in it. Young Jock, he's in the play. You have...
Do he still have that bob?
Actually, I haven't seen him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had to have a chance to see him.
Yeah,
but
please tell him to take that out.
But Miguel Nunez, he's in the play as well, and quite a few other people. Miss Regina Love from The Voice, she's in it, and a lot of other people. Shouldn't even started calling any names because there's a lot more celebrities in there. I'm also working on 2 other projects right now. I'm not going to say the name of them yet. I'll wait until we actually get the production stuff going, and then I'll release the names of those. But I'm working on a lot of awesome people. Just met an awesome guy yesterday, Reggie. He is with Slick Talking Entertainment. Just met him yesterday in the airport in Colorado, and we're going to be working on some stuff together soon as well. But got a lot of other stuff working on, still touring, doing comedy. Just got back from Colorado Springs yesterday. Was in South Carolina a few weeks prior to that. I'll be back in South Carolina in a couple weeks. So, yeah, working, making it happen. Oh, shout out to my manager, Mr. Robert Williams with Diamond Entertainment. And shout out to my wife as well, Miss Marita Kinney. That's my queen, man. So,
yeah, we're going to have to talk about that because a lot of these individuals, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I can't call you an entertainer or artist because you have a manager. I just can't do it. Yeah. Because you still don't know the terminology. You don't know how to be on time.
That's right.
And you don't even have no following for us to pay you to come.
That's right.
And that's why a lot of these people just swear that they supposed to be paid.
See,
but we had to sacrifice.
Yeah.
That's part of the sacrifice.
This is what people don't know about me. I actually have 2 agents and a manager. Okay. I have an agent in South Carolina with Coastal Talent. So shout out to Coastal Talent, Ms. Linda. And
what cornbread at? He gonna be my manager. I got a manager. Nick, you be my manager. You already my producer.
She said I ain't got time. And let me shout out my other agency too, Heyman Talent in Cincinnati, Ohio. Brittany is my agent out there, so I want to definitely shout her out as well. So those are my agents, and I also have a manager, like I said, and then my wife assists me on all my preaching engagements. So she's kind of like my manager as well, and all that stuff. Yeah, so. We make it happen.
See, we're going to have to bring you and the wife back. Because we're going to have to talk about this equally yoked conversation of balancing this thing out. Because this ain't easy.
And let me tell you, my wife is a publisher. She's a publisher as well. So Pure Thoughts Pure Thoughts Publishing is the name of her company. And matter of fact, she just published Tasha Page Lockhart's book. And she was just promoting that on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show last week. So shout out to you, Tasha. She's in Atlanta right now. She just did a play here. So, yeah. Plugging all of it tonight.
I promise you, I believe the child is a producer itself. I mean, the whole family in the business.
Yeah.
But it takes that. It takes a family to be willing to work together, support each other. It's not only just the community, but your family has to be a part of it.
That's right. You got to be part of it.
But me and my family, you can't be part of shit I do.
I said, don't even call me.
Don't call me. Don't contact. You can't Facebook me no more because I deleted my pages. Yeah, that's why we on Nspired page because I am no longer on Facebook. Social medias, I'm done with.
Yeah.
But where can we find you?
I'm on Instagram. People can find me. I'm Damoine Kinney, DeMoine KINNEY, and I'm also on Facebook. So it's Facebook.com/Damoine.Kinney, and then they can also find me on. I'm on Twitter as well, SC Comic, South Carolina Comic. You can find me on there as well, and you can also go to my website, DamoineKinney.com.
That's a professional actor. He has a website. He has a doggone. Invest in yourself, people. You have to invest.
Yep.
You can't, and please don't go try to talk about you got a website with wits.com in your domain. No, that don't count.
Oh, no.
You ain't.
And if you scroll down a little bit, let them check out my book, The Struggles of a Man.
Oh, I forgot author.
Yeah. I don't consider myself an author. This is just, it's just something that God gave me. I just put it on paper, and my wife was like, you know what, you should write this into a book. And I was like, no. But she turned it into a book, and that's how it became a book.
Well, if you don't mind, between you and I,
Yeah.
this is my relationship with you.
Yeah. Mhm.
I'm not going to call you an entertainer no more.
Okay.
I'm going to call you a vessel.
Okay.
Because you are truly serving as a vessel
Yes.
of showing what young men, how to carry themselves, how to live out your goal, how to achieve. And that's why I love Inspired Talk, because that's what we like to promote.
Yes.
We would like to promote quality, entrepreneurship, us. Now, I'm not saying black people, because I love some white people.
Yeah.
It's y'all niggas I can't stand. Real talk. But real talk, we're getting ready to get out of here. Thank you, Ms. Kinney, for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Mr. Keegan Glover was supposed to call in, but he was on movie sets tonight in L.A., so next time I'll make sure I get him in. Hopefully he ain't on set. But ladies and gentlemen, once again, Nspired Images will be moving into their location tomorrow in Tucker, Georgia. That's 1804 Montreal Court, Suite B. We're actually getting ready to go to Chattanooga, Tennessee with my stage play, A Changed Mind. We're getting ready for June 16th through the 18th. We'll be doing Damnation in Tucker at the Mark Square Studios. June 30th and July 1st, we'll be in Chattanooga. And then I will keep following us, because we're supposed to be going to New Orleans as well. That's because I sacrificed and I invested. I didn't wait on nobody. But www.inspiredimageinc.com. Yes, and I paid for it and I built it with quality, because I do graphics. Yeah. But it's Nspired Images Inc.com. Make sure y'all continue to follow Instinct Radio, the #1 radio station that was honored. Yeah. Once again, make sure y'all check out all the shows. We are a family here at Instinct Radio. And shout out to my producer, Miss Net, once again for her beautiful work of service tonight, for making me look good on this camera. Without the shave, I look good. But this is your boy Legend, out, and I'm out.
The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.